So should I go all in now? Should I go all in before the price of Bitcoin start this actual market phase type of scenario, or should I wait until the price breaks out of this final and also the last line of resistance before expecting this actual market phase to play out? If that is the question what you have in your mind, then do not worry, because today we are going to answer all of it, guys. We are going to answer all of it in today's video. So please be seated and also destroy that like button before jumping into the content, because yesterday we found out that the US December CPI has dropped to 6.5% YOY, lowest level since October 2021, and expected was also 6.5, and that did created some sort of a very bullish scenario in the market. Yes, the traditional market started showing this bullishness, even Bitcoin and crypto market. So what does this actually mean? The 6.5% CPI in December means the inflation is slowly cooling down, and that is considered a very bullish scenario. But what I want you guys to understand, for an actual market phase, according to the Fed, we need the CPI somewhere between +2 to +4% for the end of this year. If that is going to happen, guys, if the inflation is going to come down around +4, +2%, that will be the sign the market now is ready for this new market phase. And yesterday what we saw was also very beautiful, because the price of Bitcoin came exactly at the target line around 19,000. Yes, 19,000 was actually our target from this very important chart, which was actually attracting the price. We aren't still exactly at this trend line, but 19,000 was our target line, and I was talking about this since couple of days. But now price has also broken the upper band from this Bollinger Band scenario. This is a clear sign the market looks ready for this new impulsive movement. But what I want you guys to understand, even though the price of Bitcoin right now is showing this bullishness, we still have to overcome this one final line of resistance. If that final line of resistance gets broken, then I am actually expecting the price of Bitcoin to show a movement here like this, range bound, a small pullback, consolidate around this area before again continuing this uptrend. Why? Because if you look at this Bollinger Band, after the upper band break, price usually starts with this new impulsive movement, but it doesn't necessarily has to be a movement like this. I have said that plenty of time in my video. It could be small range bound before price again slowly but surely starts this impulsiveness, because we know parallelly the price of Bitcoin also got attracted towards the monthly R2 line. Yes, guys, the price of Bitcoin came around this 19,000 range, and 19,100 was also the target range from this monthly R2 line. And now, since this is already a bullish scenario, even if we are going to see any sort of a reversal, this monthly R1 line, which is sitting around 17,800 to 18,000, is definitely going to be another very strong line of support before price again starts showing any sort of a movement here in this manner, because we know 19,000 is not just only the target from this monthly R2 line, it was also the target from this weekly chart. Yes, this rising trend line, which has acted as one of the most important line of support since 2018. After that, we have seen a very nice impulsive movement playing out in price action of Bitcoin. That's why we said, hey, support was still there around 16,000 to 16,500. That means there is still a probability of price getting attracted towards the next area of confluence here to the upside if we remain above this rising trend line, which is around 19,000. And yesterday we did came around this 19,000, and now we are also having some difficulty to continue this uptrend. Now let me show you guys why the price of Bitcoin is facing difficulty to continue this uptrend. Before I talk about this scenario here, please, just a friendly reminder, destroy that like button if you haven't done it yet, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. But if you want to support me further, guys, you know, a comment would be much appreciated, because a like and a comment is going to boost the algorithm of the channel and also boost the motivation for me to create content like this in a daily basis. Thank you very much. Now, if we look at this price action of Bitcoin here in a daily time frame, and if we simply focus on this falling trend line, yesterday I made it very clear. Once the price flips the upper line resistance from this triangle, the symmetrical triangle, we are very likely to get gravitated towards the next falling trend line, the bigger falling trend line, which has rejected the price in the past price action. Yes, guys, this trend line has rejected the price in the past price action, and yesterday when the price of Bitcoin got attracted towards this falling trend line, this is exactly where we found resistance. Yes, around this 19,000 is where we found resistance, and now we also have to be a bit careful, because in the past price action you can see getting rejection from this trend line resulted in a bigger price retracement, and price also formed a new lower low. Yes, lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern type of scenario unfolded here, and that is the reason right now for us, before going all in, please wait until the price breaks out of this key line of resistance. I'm not saying all in means you have to buy all at once. Start dollar cost averaging, because right now Bitcoin is actually flashing scenarios which could be favoring the bulls for the coming days, coming weeks, even for coming months. Beside this example, if you also look at this one here, so we know we have talked about this bearish flag pattern in my past videos, but what I want you guys to look at is this ascending channel formation. Yes, this ascending channel along with this bigger falling trend line is still acting as a resistance around 19,000. You can see here, guys, in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin was in a downtrend, after some range bound, after forming this bear flag, we started showing this corrective movement as soon as we broke out of this lower line. Yes, once we broke support from this ascending channel lower line, we started with this actual downtrend. And in our case, if you look at this price action carefully, guys, the price of Bitcoin is exactly at the upper line area from this ascending channel, or also known as bear flag. So what I'm trying to show you here, the price of Bitcoin is still facing some resistance around 19,000, because that was also the resistance line from this bigger falling trend line, and also the resistance from this ascending channel, the upper line area. And in the past price action, getting rejection around that line has also resulted in a bigger price retracement, and this is exactly what we want to avoid. Yes, guys, this is exactly what we want to avoid, because we know the price has not managed to flip this 19,000 into proper support. Only after flipping this 19,000 into proper support, we will say that this bearish scenario has been invalidated and price looks ready for this actual reversal, what we have been waiting since couple of months. Yes, guys, and beside this, even if you look at this price structure here in a weekly time frame and use this 50 weekly moving average and 21 weekly moving average, because according to these moving averages, it has actually shown us a very interesting scenario. Whenever we have seen an actual marker phase type of scenario playing out here, what has unfolded before, the 21 exponential moving average has always crossed above 50 weekly moving average. Yes, the 21 weekly moving average has crossed over 50 weekly moving average, indicating the market now looks ready for this actual reversal. Each and every time whenever we have seen that happening, after that the price of Bitcoin has also showed a very nice impulsive movement. But when we have found that 50 weekly moving average has crossed above 21 exponential moving average, that was a sign of a reversal. And each and every time we saw that happening, the price in that case also started with this corrective movement. And now in our case, if we look at this carefully, the price of Bitcoin is still flashing this bearishness. I mean, this is a bearish crossover, 50 weekly moving average above 21 weekly moving average. And now if this here is going to be a trend continuation here to the upside, price have to overcome the resistance from this 21 weekly moving average. Yes, guys, in the past price action, this 21 weekly moving average has always acted as a very, very strong line of resistance. You can see only after flipping that into support, we have started this actual impulsive movement here like this. So that's why, guys, that's why it's not just only the resistance from this ascending channel upper line. It's not just only the resistance from this falling trend line. It is also the resistance from this 21 weekly moving average. So as you can see, a lot of confluence around this 19,000 range. So we also need a proper breakout from this resistance line. Once we flip this resistance into proper support, then you can see this red line is going to be looked as our potential upcoming target once we flip this 21 weekly moving average into proper support. And also if we look at this in a weekly but in a bit different way, you can see if this 21 exponential moving average gets flipped into support, if this ascending channel gets invalidated, this long-term resistance line gets flipped into support. In that case, guys, as I have just showed you, 50 weekly moving average is where we could be getting gravitated. And if we look at this in a bigger time frame, this upper line is where we could be getting gravitated. Yes, the upper line area is where we could be getting gravitated before choosing a trend direction like this. Yes, guys, the price of Bitcoin, after getting rejection here in a bigger time frame around this upper line, has also started this actual reversal, right? So what I'm trying to show you here is that if the price flips this 19,000, the upper line is where we could be getting gravitated. The 50 weekly moving average is where we might be getting gravitated, right? Before it chooses another trend direction. So what I'm trying to show you here is that what I personally believe until the end of this year, we could show a movement like this, a bullishness first, right? Price again above 22,000 range, and then another drop towards the lower line area from this falling wedge, consolidating here for a couple of months before starting this new market phase, because we have found out in a bigger frame end of 2023 Q4 could be the beginning of a new bull market. And let's hope in the immediate short term we overcome the resistance around 19,000 into proper support. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you today. But before I conclude this video, also feel free to follow me on my Twitter account. It's Crypto Anup, because as you can see, I do give regular update on Bitcoin price action. I do like to share my charts there. So if you want to stay updated, do follow me on my Twitter account as well. It's Crypto Anup. So by saying this, I'm signing out. Bye bye.